My name is Heather, and I work in the operating room putting patients to sleep for surgery. I also have 3 wonderful children, and my prescription was a -5.
My name is Jesse. I'm a sales representative. I'm the father of 2 crazy boys. My pre-op prescription prior to ICLs was a -3.5.
My name is Shelley, and I'm an optometrist and also the mother of a little boy. And before surgery, my prescription was -650.
You've just been introduced to 3 patients who have had one of the most incredible surgeries that is available for vision correction in this decade. Our 3 patients have had ICL surgery, and we are here basically forming a panel of the experts on the other side, people who have actually had the procedure done. What I'd like to know from each of you really is why you had ICL surgery. There's so many other things that we talk about today, especially if you look out in the real world of refractive surgery. It seems like all you hear about is laser, yet you had something different. Why?
I was not a good candidate for the laser procedures, and I had been told, and I'd always understood, that I would just have to put up with contacts and the dryness and the inconvenience of contacts for my whole life. And when my surgeon recommended to me this ICL procedure, I was so excited because I'd seen so many patients who had had refractive surgery and were thrilled with the results, and I wanted to be one of them.
You wanted to share the same kinds of outstanding visual results that those patients you had seen as an optometrist. That's what you wanted. Okay?
Absolutely.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Shelley. Now, Heather, in your case, same thing. Why did you choose ICL?
I chose ICLs because of the superior vision that they provide over LASIK and PRK. The vision that's like high definition. Also, I chose it because it doesn't cause dryness of your eyes like sometimes LASIK can, and that had been a problem for me in the past.
Now, it sounds like you had researched that, and these are some of the things that you found out that steered you towards ICL.
Yes, I did a lot of research on all 3 procedures and asked a lot of questions, talked to my surgeon for a long time and had all my questions answered and decided that the ICL was going to be the ideal fit for me.
Excellent. And just to prove that this surgery is not for beautiful blonde women alone, we have Jesse. Jesse, what was your experience? Why did you choose ICL?
Well, I actually was thinking about the long-term health of my eye and realizing that at some point I am going to have cataracts, and I'm going to have to deal with that as the surgeon, my surgeon at time of cataracts will be dealing with it. Realizing that the technology is reversible, I think that was a key point for me making a decision. But as well as when I do become a cataract patient, having a totally virgin cornea is going to make it much easier for my surgeon to correct my cataract procedure through a presby correcting lens or a multifocal lens, or hopefully that's 20, 30 years away from now. There's no telling what kind of technology we'll have at that point.
Perfect. So basically it sounds like you all knew ahead of time that you were really selecting a premium procedure to give you better visual results. Am I correct? Once you got those results, what was your response?
I was shocked. I didn't realize, I knew the quality of vision would be a little superior over cornea ablation, but I was really taken back that it happened so quickly. I went to my 2-hour post-op after the surgery, and I'd already gained a line of vision. I was 2015, 2 hours after the surgery, and my best corrected prior to the surgery was 2020. So I was expecting it would take a day or 2 to come around, but 2 hours was nothing I was expecting.
Was it painful? Was it uncomfortable?
Not at all.
No?
No, they take such good care of you in the operating room. And everything from warm blankets to a kind technician, it was painless.
So a painless procedure, pretty immediate results. What was your experience, Heather?
I had the same. I was amazed at how well I could see afterward. You wake up, you go to the recovery room, they take those patches off of your eyes, and you can see everyone around you. And pre-op, you're there without your contacts on, so you get to see the room that you were in before, and you get to see all the faces of the people that you love that are there waiting with you.
That's wonderful. One of the things we hear a lot about today is glare and difficulty night driving. You've all 3 had ICLs. Do you experience any trouble driving at nighttime, Heather?
No, actually my driving at night is much better than it was with my contacts. I used to sometimes see a little bit of a halo around lights, especially late at night when my eyes would get tired and kind of get lazy. Now with the ICLs, I don't have that anymore, so it's much clearer vision at night.
Great. How about yourself, Jesse?
I have to agree. Mine's the exact same. I think wearing contact lenses all day, your eyes get a little exhausted and very dry. So compared to contact lenses, I found my eyes getting very lazy while I was driving at night. Not the case with the ICL. Don't have any dry eye issues, and my eyes don't feel near as exhausted towards the end of the day.
Excellent. Shelley, what about your experience driving at night, for example?
It's very similar. It's superior. It's consistent. I don't have that kind of in and out vision where I have to blink to clear my vision. And compared to glasses, there's a world of difference because my periphery is so much better. I never felt comfortable driving in glasses. I never felt safe. I never felt like I could really see people coming up on the side of me. And that's so important for safety. So this is much better than glasses or contact lenses.
If you had a friend of yours come to you and ask, which do you think is better, LASIK or ICL, or what should I have done for my eyes, what would you say?
I tell everyone I see that they should have ICL surgery. It's amazing vision, and it's reversible. I always tell them when you get older and you're going to get a cataract, because everyone will eventually, if someone has altered the surface of your eye, you're going to have additional treatments once you get your cataract out. This way you have amazing high definition vision, and when you have your cataract surgery, they just take that lens out and put in another lens, and you're done.
Jesse, how about yourself?
I would strongly recommend it. I think the reversibility is very nice, an option which the other refractive procedures don't offer. But as well, the quality of vision I think is going to be far superior. So I'd strongly suggest it to anyone.
Shelley?
I'd have to agree. I think that particularly my women patients and people working on computers all day. I have patients that sit in front of a computer for 8 hours a day, sometimes more when they go home. And dryness is a huge problem, and it's a big part of my practice. So maybe I'm working against myself by encouraging people not to have LASIK or PRK and to consider this superior procedure. But the lack of dryness, the comfort of my eyes is wonderful, and it's something that my patients deserve.
Now, another question to ask you is if you found that, for example, some of your friends had been to a LASIK center, a refractive surgery center, and were not offered the option of ICL surgery, what would you tell that patient to do?
I would suggest them to maybe get a second opinion, because I think refractive surgery is it's an expense. There's no question about it. And just being a conscientious shopper, I like to know all my options. So if you're a good candidate for LASIK, if you're a good candidate for PRK, or a good candidate for ICL, I think there's advantages to each technology. I think it's important for each person to know what's on the table for them.
Okay. One question for each of you also. We all see patients that have had this surgery, myself speaking as a surgeon, and I see the way in which it's impacted their lives. But it's very difficult for me to get into that patient's life and really know what it is that they enjoy the most. That's the question. What do you enjoy the most now that your vision has been corrected with ICLs? Heather?
I enjoy, what I enjoy the most about my ICL surgery is being able to see well at any time of the day without having anything in my eyes and seeing better than I had ever seen before.
Is there any one thing where it really strikes you and you say, oh my gosh, I've had ICL surgery, I can see?
I can see so clearly now that when I look up at the trees, I can see each individual leaf, and it's defined and beautiful, and that's just exciting to me. Beautiful.
Jesse, how about yourself?
I think it's maybe much more efficient and just functional as a parent and as a worker. I think I enjoy doing stuff outdoors and fishing and playing golf, and it's amazing when my golf ball goes in the trees quite often. So I can pick up my ball and my.
Did you just admit that openly, Jesse?
Yes, I have no problem admitting it, and I'm actually getting really good at spotting balls, and I've gathered other people's golf balls since that point. So I think just my general functionality and doing stuff I enjoy outside, but as well just on the work front as well as being a parent.
Great. Shelley, how about yourself?
I spend a lot of time on the computer at night. I love to read. I love to shop, and having that consistent, crisp vision on the computer at the end of the day when I want to be relaxed and when my contacts used to be at their worst is a lot of fun for me. I still tend to run into the bathroom first thing in the morning and then think, oh, wait, I don't have to put my contacts in. I can go get my coffee. That's what I want to do.
So you feel that ICLs have changed your lives, obviously.
No question.
You would recommend this to your family, friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Great. One of the things that I kid with on our patients, too, I joke with them ahead of time and tell them that they will have excellent vision and vision as they've never had before in their life, but their spouse will complain about how well they see now. Have you had that experience?
I don't complain about contact lenses or solutions any longer.
No, I mean your wife. Is she worried now that you see too well?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's a disclaimer. I just wanted to make sure that
Sure.
that your wife knew that about you. So, now, how long did it actually take you all to make the decision to have ICL surgery? Shelley?
I decided fairly quickly. I worked with a couple of surgeons in Indianapolis for years, and I know their reputation, and I knew that I could trust them. And when my surgeon made the recommendation for ICL, his reputation for precision, all of my experiences with his patients, I didn't question it. I did know a little bit about the ICL previously, but when he said that I would be a good candidate, I was excited.
So you were told you were a good candidate. At that point, you didn't really have much of a decision process to make. Is that correct?
I didn't.
Okay. Jesse, how about yourself?
I don't think it took very long. I think just some research online, and again, I think the biggest the thing that shoved me over is just the confidence from the surgeon about the technology and the way that it would perform and the reversibility of it. So I think a lot of it came from the confidence from the surgeon.
So your surgeon was certain and very confident that this would be the best option for you?
Yes.
Okay. Heather, how about your experience?
I was actually all signed up to get LASIK done. I had gone through the pre-op appointment, was getting ready. I'd taken my glasses off for 2 weeks and was ready to have it done, and I chickened out at the last minute because of the dry eye issues sometimes you can get with LASIK. So from then I thought, well, I'm just going to have to live with contacts for the rest of my life. So as soon as my husband, who's an ophthalmologist, found out about ICLs and was trained in them and told me all the benefits, he really talked to me about it and told me that it would be a great option for me with the problems that I had had with dryness and with contacts, and it would be a good fit. And so after talking with him talking it over with him, I did some more research and I decided that it was the best for me.
Would any of you go back on this decision at this point in time?
No way.
Absolutely not. Your smiles tell the whole story, I think, if I can read them correctly. We have had the unique perspective from a patient's eyes, and I appreciate the fact that you've spent time with us today to talk about how you felt going into the procedure, how you found out about it, and how it really has impacted your life. It will continue to impact your life for the rest of your life. This has been the most stunning visual decision that you folks have actually made. So as a surgeon who implants these, I want to congratulate each of you on the decision that you made to have this technology become a part of the way that you live and the way that you see the world. You're going to enjoy it for the rest of your life. So thank you very much.
Thank you.